cover 2 credits, and today we're rocking another movie review. Just got back from Nice Guys.
A Shane Black movie starring Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling and a slew of other actors.
Did not know what to expect going into this film. Stair was like, hey, we need to go see this movie. And I'm like, I don't want to go see a movie. And I really did because I feel like crap today. But
then
I went. And the movie was gold.
It was very good.
The movie was gold.
It's hard to kind of explain. It's a hilarious movie.
Hilarious.
The movie is funny as hell. It's set in the 70s, late 70s, and in New York, Hollywood, California. So it's like kind of the glitz and glamour of that, even though they kind of show the sleaze side of all that. Mm-hmm. And we won't really do spoilers here. We'll just recommend and then do a review and maybe talk a little spoilers at the end. But we'll make sure to say that beforehand. So the gist is, Gosling is a private investigator.
Yes.
And Russell Crowe's character is kind of hired muscle.
He's a thug.
He's a thug. And
he breaks kneecaps.
With an ad in the paper, but a thug.
Yeah.
And so we kind of get to see how they are comparable yet different, the way they work. Basically, you're introduced to Gosling for the first time Crowe goes to see him, which is what you see in the trailers when he says, tell your doctor you have a radial arm fracture, and snaps his arm. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the beginning of all that thing. And you meet Gosling's daughter, Holly, and I don't know the actress's name, but she was really good.
She was probably made the movie.
She kind of did, yeah. I will say this. Gosling plays this very well. Kind of the comedy man to Crowe's straight man. But then there are parts where Crowe is very funny too.
Yeah, he's, it's over the top, but it's raunchy humor, but it's not, it's hard to describe.
Well, they're dealing with, like, a crazy plot that deals in the porn industry, and so they're around a lot of things that are related to that, mm-hmm. which brings a lot of the sleaze in. Mm-hmm. Who they're around, where they're at, like that. They spent a good chunk of part of this thing at this party that's insane, and it hits the ground running because once you get going and they show like the kind of people that Gosling's working for, the old lady with the mantle, that was pretty dang funny. Mm-hmm. But I like I said, you hit the ground running and they're looking for this person, you don't really know much about it, and you start to get intertwined into the story, what's all going on. The very first scene of the movie, I really didn't know what was going on. Very first scene with the car accident. Uh-huh. I was like, what? And it gets going, you understand that. They never did really explain why that happened.
No.
But you do as soon as that happens, you understand what you're in for, though.
Yes, it's
like
it's hard to really put a label on the humor.
It is. It's adult
because
humor.
It's raunchy, over the top humor, but it's not like The Hangover raunchy, over the top humor.
No.
It's a lot. I don't want to say restrained because it's not.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more.
Well, it's restrained because you could say it's restrained because it's like there is a line.
It's a lot less. Well, I can't say it's less slapstick either because it's not.
There definitely is some stuff that's kind of.
I can't put a word on it.
It really is hard. And Shane Black does that. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, same guy.
Yeah,
and
that explains a lot.
It does. And so, like, if you've seen that, you kind of know the tone you're getting to. It's like some things are gonna.
It's adult. It's raunchy. It's funny and over the top, but it's also got that sort of sophistication to it.
And like an odd sense of heart.
Yeah.
And the heart in this movie may be Holly, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, but the acting is great. The comedy is gold. Story's good too. It's not like it's a bad story. It's like you always are like, well, this story kind of sucked. No, the story was pretty good. You had an idea where everything was going, but then it slightly it like veers slightly, and then then what's going on. And you're like, oh, okay. Not a spoiler, but the first time I was ever happy to see a child whip through a window. And I was like, damn, like I didn't expect that at all. And but she's fine, it's okay.
There's no funny parts in that movie.
Oh, so there was
Like,
some
so
very
you
funny
beat
parts.
people up for money?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
You take care of
Pretty much. She's like, can you beat up my friend Janet?
like, how much you got?
How much you got?
She's like, $30. And Gosling's like, we're not having this conversation. Stop having this conversation. She's taller than me, always picks on me.
But it was glorious.
So I know I would definitely recommend go see this movie. It opened today. See this movie. It is a hilarious time. It's not a very long movie. Maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But it's definitely worth seeing in the theaters. Decent crowd today for us.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, a little bit of an older crowd. Granted, we see it early so we could film this and get this up to you, but early in the morning, I mean, but still. Would you recommend it?
Oh, definitely. One of the better movies I've seen.
Rating.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 8. Only because I'm trying to be constrained with where we rent, because you can't compare all the movies I know.
Well, it's
its own
movie.
thing. Yeah, the comedy is great. Like I said,
It's
the acting is great.
comedy.
Yep, and I've enjoyed the entire thing. I wish they would do more of this, especially those two. They worked. That's one thing. If those two didn't work well together, this movie wouldn't work.
Oh no.
And they work very well together. And then Holly comes in and is great too.
She makes a movie.
She really does. And just some of the stuff that goes
Don't say
on.
it's stuff. Just say they're doing anal.
It's just some of the stuff that's going on. Like, thanks, buddy. How did you know my name was Buddy? Just keeps going.
Yeah, it's the whole movie's stupid and retarded and hilarious and gold.
The kid on the bike. That's all I'm gonna say. Is the kid on the bike. Okay.
We're getting off.
I'm sorry. Okay, back to what we were saying though.
Movie's very good. Go watch the movie.
Go see this movie.
It was worth the $4 I paid for it.
Yeah, and $4. Yeah, and it also is like right now there is a little bit of a lull. This week, pretty much, there are a couple things that out, but nothing, no big huge blockbuster. This isn't like the big comic book movie. It kind of is a little bit out of left field for the time they were going to release it, because a lot of people were saying, why bring out this kind of a comedy in kind of the heavy hitter territory of the summer? But I think that's the problem.
It's got the chops to stand up.
It does, but I think a lot of people don't know what it is or haven't heard about it. You said yourself.
I mean, I knew nothing about it, but you're always dragging me your crap. I know nothing about it.
It's true, and this time he said he was glad that I drug him to it. That may change next week or when we go see Days of Future Past, but that's okay, because if I can just keep hitting singles, at least one at bat every game, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, go see this movie. We both recommend it. We enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, go see The Nice Guys. And like we said, we're planning on going to see X-Men, not Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse. And until then, we'll just kind of keep our eyes peeled. There have been some new trailer developments that I haven't showed Kevin yet that we might have to take a look at. But if you like and subscribe, share this video if anybody else is interested in seeing this movie, or if you're a Shane Black fan, share this video. Like, kind of spread any information around. Hopefully, more people will see this movie and they can maybe down the road make some more like this. But until next time.
Thanks for staying till after the credits.